Behind every story stand a few silent contributors, people who work with sincerity, never seeking any credit. Capturing their stories was both humbling and challenging, as many felt uncomfortable sharing anything that might appear self glorifying. Hence, in many instances, we have used fictional characters and symbolic photos. But the message remains unchanged to spotlight these unsung heroes for their selfless contribution. Let us watch their remarkable journeys and draw inspiration from them. A first of its kind initiative introducing to you inspiring stories. I would now like to request everybody to remain silent and shift their focus on the screen for the first story, please.
In June 2022, Miltonian R. Venkatanathan learned of a tribal school in Lamjahari, Jharkhand, started under a tree by a brave young tribal girl, Basmati. When heavy rains destroyed the school building, she had no support and no funds. Venkatanathan spoke to her and made a promise. I will adopt your school. And in just 4 days, he collected more than 2 lakh rupees, repairing the building, constructing toilets and a bathroom. It was the beginning of his journey as a mentor. Very soon, another Miltonian, Hariharan, joined him. Together, they traveled frequently from Bengaluru to Jharkhand, supporting Basmati and strengthening the school. Their teamwork became the backbone of this transformation. Basmati, born into the HO tribal community, had started the school in 2016 with just 4 children under a tree. By 2020, she had built a mud building with 3 classrooms and 110 children. Education was completely free. Teachers worked without pay. And with support from Venkatanathan and Hariharan, the school began to flourish. In September 2022, they launched a nutrition program, breakfast and midday meals 6 days a week. Student strength exploded from 109 to 382. Teachers grew from 10 to 21. 65 poorest children even live in a makeshift dormitory. The children learn through real experiences, forest visits, night stays in villages, tribal art, culture, and craft. More than 60 children train in archery, and several have already won district medals. Venkatanathan and Hariharan reached beyond the school, distributing 5,000 blankets and thermals, providing clothing, starting women's tailoring training, and distributing smokeless stoves to reduce respiratory illnesses. From classrooms to community centers, from meals to dignity, from education to empowerment, their work has sparked a movement. Together, they are not just helping a school grow, they are building the future of an entire tribal community.
Wonderful. A powerful journey. A powerful journey showcasing the India's deep-rooted traditions and communities that still hold ties with nature. Moving ahead to our next story. AV, please.
Every year, more than 7 lakh people in India alone lose their lives to suicide. Most of them are young. Behind every number is a story of pain unheard, of silence unbroken. Suhasini, a housewife, faced a tragedy when her beloved aunt, full of life, ended her own. That moment changed everything for her. She realized the greatest need, someone to just listen without judgment, without advice, with compassion. In 2008, she joined Connecting Trust, an organization dedicated to suicide prevention. She learned the art of active, empathetic listening and began her journey to save lives. Over 17 years, she has conducted more than 500 awareness sessions, worked with students, caregivers, police, IT professionals, anyone who needed to recognize signs of distress. She personally saved lives too, like a rickshaw driver who had already bought poison, and a lady who had bought a rope, ready to give up on life. All it took was one caring voice, one person willing to listen. Suhasini's story is proof that listening can save lives, that kindness can be the difference between despair and hope, because every life is precious.
Great work, Suhasini. This is a reminder that listening with empathy can be the most powerful act of humanity. We are to watch 3 more stories. Let's watch the next story.
In the remote tribal belts of Maharashtra and in Gujarat, thousands of children dream of a better future. But poverty, lack of teachers, and minimal resources stand between them and their dreams. Since 2021, Dr. C.A. Mayur Nayak has been traveling to these tribal villages, witnessing not just poverty, but potential. Children eager to learn, but deprived of tools, toys, teachers, and opportunities. He believed that learning is not just in textbooks, it's in playing, exploring, imagining. To help tribal children develop vocabulary, creativity, logic, engineering skills, and confidence, he launched Toys and Games Libraries. These libraries are filled with puzzles, building blocks, chess sets, maps, sketchbooks, and sports equipment, tools that make learning joyful and meaningful. The impact was immediate. Attendance increased. Children became curious, confident, and eager to participate. A total of 21 Toys and Games libraries have been set up so far, benefiting more than 6,000 children across tribal schools, transforming learning through play. But another challenge remained: a severe shortage of teachers. To ensure children never missed learning, he introduced digital classrooms. These technology-enabled rooms use colorful, interactive lessons from class 1 to 10, helping children learn independently even when teachers aren't available. The first 25 digital classrooms were inaugurated in January 2023. More followed, 15 more, then 7 more. Today, 47 digital classrooms are bringing education to life. Today, thousands of tribal children are learning with joy, through play, through technology, and through opportunity. And this is only the beginning. With every new library and every digital classroom, a brighter future is taking shape. Because when we empower a child, we uplift a community, and we strengthen the future of India.
The story reminds us that when technology meets purpose, education knows no boundaries. Moving ahead to our next story, please.
Kishore grew up in a peaceful village near the Western Ghats in Udupi, surrounded by forests, streams, and clean air. Nature shaped his childhood, his values, and his identity. Years later in Bengaluru, rising pollution and waste troubled him deeply. And one evening, a David Attenborough documentary shook him. He realized, we are the problem and we are the hope. He decided to start small, segregating plastic waste and composting at home. Simple habits, but powerful enough to begin a lifelong journey of conserving nature. He began washing and segregating milk packets, bottles, and wrappers. Clean plastic went only to authorized recyclers. Soon, families in his apartment joined him. Kishore created compost bins using old paint buckets. In 45 to 60 days, kitchen waste turned into rich compost, feeding plants instead of landfills. He built percolation pits to let rainwater seep back into the earth, improving groundwater. At Snehalaya, he installed tap aerators, cutting water use by almost 40%. Kishore began sharing his methods with friends, neighbors, and school children. Through demos and awareness sessions, he inspired many to adopt greener habits. Today, Kishore's home sends zero kitchen waste to municipal bins. Water conservation has improved, and many homes around him follow these sustainable practices.
A reminder that sustainable changes begin with small conscious choices made every day. Our last story for the day.
Some people earn to live, and a rare few, like Singaram, live to give. A chemical engineer turned businessman, he believed that wealth is a gift from God, meant to be shared with those in need. His life's mission was clear: to uplift rural India through education, to give every child, regardless of background, a fair chance to learn, grow, and dream. In 2000, he founded the ESSVEE Foundation. Over the years, it has supported more than 1,000 students through scholarships, hostels, and learning programs, each one a story of hope and transformation. He introduced the Jolly Phonics method to 6,000 rural students, started hostels for differently abled youth, and rewarded excellence through the Golden Singer Awards. Every act was driven by compassion and purpose. From supporting dialysis patients and orphan girls to installing solar lights in villages, his giving knew no bounds. Even after being diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, he never stopped. His illness became his strength. At 75, he marked his birthday by donating 75 lakhs to education and welfare causes. Having already contributed nearly 10 crores rupees, he continues to liquidate his assets, turning them into opportunities for others. Singaram's life reminds us that giving is not about wealth, but about will, the will to make this world a better place.